Hey everybody, it's Shy. In today's video, we are talking about why you need a dance agent, okay? Mama Shy got you. I'm gonna be explaining all the reasons why you need a dance agency, so stick around. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, it's Shy Dance Productions, where we're helping dancers elevate their dance career. And as some of you know, I'm Shy Lopes. I've been a professional dancer in the industry for over 20 years. That's right, professional dancer and choreographer to the stars in both LA and Nashville. And I'm here to help you guys today. 10 reasons why you need a dance agent. Are you ready? Let's go. Why? Good question. I'm glad some of you asked me this one because I had a lot of people like, can you please talk about what's beneficial about having a dance agent or why I need a dance agent or what they do? So here we go, okay? Number 1 for you. Agencies are representing dancers, right? Okay, so they rep dancers. That sort of means like they're like a manager or a middleman for you. So they handle everything, okay? So think about it like a manager, but a little bit more broad. Like that's why it's called an agency, because it's big, okay? Number 2, they handle and negotiate all of your contracts. Y'all, unless you are a lawyer, you need a dance agent to do all of that for you. If you're not a good business person or you don't understand lingo in a contract, you do not want to try and just represent yourself. And sometimes people try and take advantage of you and don't even give you a contract. So that ain't gonna fly with an agent. First of all, they're always gonna be looking at your contract, looking it over, making sure it's legit, making sure it lines up with things like Dancers Alliance rates. Yeah, y'all, go check that out, Dancers Alliance, okay? Those are like, sort of like a union. We don't really have a union for dancers, just dancers, but that's like our alliance that like sets our rates, okay? And keeps it legit. Get paid. Thank you, Dancers Alliance. Also, they help you in contracts with things called buyouts, okay? That's very important because sometimes you can get screwed if they don't look that over closely for you. And sometimes, especially when you're starting out as a dancer in the professional industry, you don't really know. You don't really know all this stuff. So you need somebody looking out for you, okay? And then also, they can look at the contract and see if it's union or not union and tell you the rates and the differences and explain all that to you. They can talk about with different TV and movie things, the usage, that's what they call it, and things like worldwide or, you know, just things that a lot of dancers maybe don't know about. Maybe some of you do know about it, but it's just they're there to help you. They're the in-between person that's gonna handle all the dirty work, okay? The hard business, legal, contractual agreement, okay? So yes. Number 3, okay? They protect you. Sorry, that clap was really loud. Thank you. I am so thankful to all my agents for all the protecting that they've done over the years when they've called me and been like, Shy, this is a bad deal. This contract says this, or it says you don't get any per diem, which is the amount you get paid every day for your meals. If you're say, oh, I'm gonna go do a show in Vegas. You have to travel to Vegas. They need to pay your travel. They need to pay your per diem, you know what I mean? Along with paying you for the job, getting you housing. And they're like, well, they really don't want to pay your housing and there's no per diem in this contract. So they're like, this is not really a good deal. Do you want me to go and negotiate? So then they step in and negotiate for you. Woo woo. Okay? They protect you from bad pay, Dancers Alliance rates. They try to always push for that, or union rates like SAG-AFTRA. Look them up too, SAG-AFTRA. That's the big television and movie union. Okay? They get your paycheck to you on time. Yeah, they collect pay from whoever is paying you, the production company or whoever's hiring. And I have some stories about that. So one of my first gigs, I'm not gonna say who it was, it turned out to be I shooted a music video and then I did a little like promo tour. And after this like 10 months of this promo tour, they like stopped paying us a certain amount of months in. They were not sending us paychecks anymore to my agency. Well, my agency had to be the one that went after them and was like, hey, we've got a contract with you and you're not paying. So they're the ones who are gonna step in and go to bat for you and get your money. And I got mostly all of it, but there's still some I didn't get. So even then, sometimes You just never know, but they're the ones doing the work for you, okay? You want that. And choreographers, your pay is a little bit different. So they help you big time because there's really no union like SAG and AFTRA. There's no like choreographer rate or set thing. You just negotiate that your own way. So that's like a big one, choreographers. You really need to think about that. If you're going into choreography, that's a huge one. You need an agency, big time, okay? Okay, number 4, they submit you for gigs. Is that obvious? Do we all know that? We kind of get that, right? That's what an agency does. They submit you for jobs. So they represent you. They have your headshots, which are your photos, boom, boom, and your body shots, your dance shots, and then they have your resume, and they submit you. They electronically submit you. They set you up for like casting networks online that they can like press a button and submit you for different things, and you also can do that. Yeah, by phone call, by email. A lot of times they're talking to these choreographers and producers and casting agents on the phone like this. Oh yeah, you want Tina? Yeah, because she's good. You know what? You will really like her because she can do all the styles and she looks great on camera. Yeah, you know what? She is available, yeah. And they're like talking you up or they're pitching you for things, okay? So that's submitting you, boom. Yes, you need that. Okay, number 5. They give you access to closed auditions. So you guys, there's this thing called open auditions. 5 hours later, you get inside the building and you're like, oh, it's time to dance now, 5 hours later? That's an open call. Where there's 5 million people? They kind of call it a cattle call. That's what we used to call it in LA. All the dancers know what they're, you're probably giggling right now. We call them cattle calls because it's just like anybody off the street can come in, people that don't have representation. So they get you access to a lot of closed auditions that are exclusive because it's the production companies, the casting agents, the choreographers calling them directly, okay? It's not just something put online like, oh, we'll just see anybody. So that's a big thing. Also, another huge tip, you guys. This is like, if you wanna gain connections, right here, I'm giving you one of the top tips right here. Private auditions. What? Did y'all know that was a thing? Some of you newbies. Yeah, that's right. You get access to private auditions and private callbacks. Sometimes you'll just get sent into a callback because they're like, ooh, you know what? You're good. We're going to recommend you for this. Or you already know the choreographer, so we're just going to send you to the callback. And it's like limited people. They're like, send your 10 best. They'll call each agency. We need your 10 best jazz dancers. We need your 10 best hip hop dancers. We need your 10 best break dancers, okay? And then you get to go into this really small call where sometimes the choreographer knows everybody and they're like, who is this new person? But they trust the agencies. And then if the agent is calling you on a private audition and telling you to go to one, they trust you. So that is a huge, huge deal. Major connections gets you to that inner circle, right? Woo! Yes, that's a big one. Okay. And okay, I already talked about open calls, yeah. Those are fun. They could be fun, but no, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Number 6. They refer you to photographers for your headshots. So that's a big one. When you first sign with an agency, they're gonna have a list of all the most amazing photographers that they love to use. And these are photographers that are very professional and that are used for all the submissions online for headshots, okay? So that is great because if you're like, I don't know how to even go about finding a photographer or I don't know who I'm supposed to shoot with, hook you up. They give you a whole list, you get to pick. And then once you contact the photographers, you get a hold of their rates, find out their rates and all of that. And you shoot your headshots because that's what your agency needs to submit you. You have to have headshots when you go in with your agency. They're gonna say, that's the first thing you need. We need you to shoot so we can have your headshots so we can start submitting you for things. So big deal. So they hook you up with that. All of my photos basically were done from a list that they gave me of all the different agencies that I've been represented with over the years. I've always gone off that list, so. All right, number 7. This is number 7, lucky number 7, cha-ching, is helpful for the new professionals. So if you're a newbie to like the professional dance world or you are thinking about getting into the professional dance world, number 7 is your lucky number, okay? They give you a list of all the professional studios in your city, wherever you sign with. They usually give you a list of all the professional studios, recording studios, rehearsal studios, okay? So you know where everything's at. Usually, most of those places are where you're going for auditions, so they've already given you the names and the addresses, so you could always, like, if you didn't want to go on your simple phone and do it, you could find that list and do it. So that's super helpful because if you say you've just moved to LA, right? And you're like, I know some of them, like, you know the big names from social media and things that you watch, but maybe you don't know all of them. So you look down and you're like, wow, this is helpful. I didn't even know about this studio and this one over here. And that teacher teaches there. So it's just great, a great resource for you, okay? Number 8, agencies host special events. Okay? By special events, sometimes I mean they will book out a club and just have like their agent, all the agents at their agency and all of their dancers come together, all of their choreographers come together and just have like a party, maybe like a Christmas party, or sometimes they do a showcase where they let some of their choreographers get on stage and like showcase to all of their dancers at their agency and all of the agents, so they could just like show off their talent, and new people signed to the agency can network. Hold up, Shai, what'd you say? That was something important I needed to remember? Write this down, y'all. Networking is super important, building relationships with other dancers and choreographers, okay? So these special events that they host, you guys need to go to them, you need to be at them, so that's another advantage, big time advantage, okay? They're really cool. I've gotten to go to some, I just love it, because you get to see everybody and connect with everybody. It's like the whole dance world just getting together. And then you meet new people, of course. You meet younger dancers or you meet older choreographers who you've wanted to work for, so it's great. Good one. They also host private master classes. There are so many times that certain agencies who represent certain choreographers will go, you know what, we represent this choreographer, so we're gonna hold a master class just for our dancers, just for our clients. And they'll put it out in like an email, and you guys get exclusivity, okay, to these choreographers. So you get to go and attend, sometimes for less money because they're hooking you up. Everybody's hooking you up, choreographer and the agent, okay? And it's a smaller group, so it's not gonna be some huge class, and they know that that these are the same dancers that are at their agency that they're signed with. So they're looking at people that they can hire within their own family. You get me? Yeah, keep it in the family there. So you can go and be seen, especially if you've never auditioned for this choreographer before. Always go to those classes, okay? Don't ever make an excuse. You need to clear your schedule and make it happen, because that's a big networking, be seen, make a connection, them see me, make a good impression, opportunity. Take the opportunities, okay? What else? Yeah. So let's go on number 9. Okay, you guys, we're getting close. Oh my gosh, number 9. Okay, they give you guidance and advice. These are people that have been in the industry forever, like a long time. They're usually retired professional dancers, dance teachers, or choreographers, or just people that have been in the dance industry for a really long time. Those are your agents. So they've been around, they understand everything, they have a lot of experience, they see everything that goes on with different dancers, with reputations, with relationships, with how the industry is moving and changing. They talk to casting agents on a regular basis, producers, directors. They're talking to all those people that you want to be hired by. So if you need some guidance and advice, that's who you go to. Number one, that's who you go to, okay? Skirt to your friends, okay? Because sometimes they be like, we both dancers, we competing for the same job, and sometimes they tell you things that ain't good for you. Okay, let's be honest, right? You got some of those friends. Then you got the friends that are like, oh, you can do it, baby. But go to your agency, okay? They're gonna have the best advice. They're the most experienced and knowledgeable. Trust me on that, okay? They know you and they're gonna help develop you, right? If you sign with an agency who truly cares about you, because you better make sure that they know who you are and they remember your name and that they're getting to know you and that you're equally putting that effort into them. What? calling them on a regular basis, checking in, go in, have a meeting. Yeah, because they're gonna help you guys. If you set goals for yourself with your agent, they're gonna help you reach those goals. They're gonna go, I remember that Shai said she wanted to work for Phil Wright. So let's make sure that whenever we know Phil is hiring for a job or is doing a submission, that we submit her or talk to Phil. It's gonna help you if you guys communicate. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Enough said there. Okay, you guys, we got to number 10. So number 10 is my advice to you, okay? Through all of my experiences and through the several agencies that have represented me throughout the years, I have learned a lot. So my advice to you is to get someone that you trust, that you vibe with. So I would try very hard, if you're going to audition for these people, that you try to have some either phone time or FaceTime with them before you go in. So like an in-person meeting, submit online, go find their form and look at the form, fill out the form, submit online so that you can get an in-person meeting, because it's really important that you connect with whoever is going to be representing you. It's important that they remember who you are, they really know what you want, what your goals are, and that you guys can kind of like work together in your career. That it's not just this distant thing, another number at the number 255 that we represent. No. So it's extremely important to build this relationship and to have somebody you really trust that cares about you, knows your goals, and you guys have a really open communication with each other, okay? Build that relationship. So really go interview with as many as you can. Interview. Talk to them, get to know them, okay? So that you choose the right one. Yeah, big time. All right, so I have a story for you guys of some great advice that my agent gave me once. So I was on a gig in Vegas. Hey, Vegas. Cha-ching. Yeah, I was on a gig in Vegas for a production company that I've worked for several years. Love these people, so loyal to me. And just before I went on this gig, I had this huge commercial audition and I kept getting callbacks and then they wanted to book me. So basically I got booked on this commercial, but I was in the middle of another gig. And so what it would be considered to me was oh, I'm on this great gig with these people I love working for, but I've got this bigger gig or this better gig, which is super dangerous, you guys, that I wanted to just leave the gig I was in and just go take the other gig that I wanted. And so I talked to my agency and I was like, hey, this is the situation. And I told them, they knew because they're my agent, so they were repping me on that current job. And they were like, yeah, we really want you to have this job too. And because I hadn't worked for this choreographer before. So they were like, you know what, we'll just tell them it's gonna make you look better if you deny the gig because of you being on another gig makes you look like, ooh, she's valuable, she's already working. And you're not looking shady by going, oh, you know what? I heard that she left that gig to take my gig. Because then what's going to happen if you're on that gig with that person? And then you get something better gig. So they gave me the advice. They were like, you just need to stay on the gig that you're on and we'll push for you to get with that choreographer at a later time. But they're going to remember you because you had a great audition and they wanted to book you. And I was like, gosh, that's so wise. So they gave me great advice. I stuck it out on that gig. And guess what, y'all? Later, I ended up working for that person that I wanted to work for. So goes around, comes around, okay? You guys just be positive and do the right thing. Listen to your agents. They have great advice. You guys, that's it. I hope you loved hearing about these 10 reasons why it's so beneficial for you guys to have a dance agency, okay? You really need a dance agent. I highly recommend it. So stay tuned for more videos. You guys click down below and subscribe if you like the videos that I'm making. Like and send me some questions and comments for me to answer because I will get to it, okay? I will help you any way I can. All right, this is Shai signing out. Bye, guys.